That was the main riff for Money for Nothing, which I learned when I did my Patreon promo video, and I had so much fun playing and jamming along with this that I thought I just had to share it with you today. This video is sponsored by you. Please visit my website to have your name or brand logo displayed here. Thank you so much for your support. Okay, so let's outline the basic chords that I'm playing for that main riff then that Mark Knopfler is playing so well on guitar. I play this riff on guitar as well. It's super fun to play on any instrument. So what we have here, we're going to play power chords, which is the first and the fifth with our left hand. Let's do that in isolation first. If you don't know what the fifth is, you should watch my video. You need to know the intervals. It's on my channel somewhere. So here we go. Money for Nothing verse, and the riff sounds like this. We have a G minor. It's actually a power chord, so it's neither major nor minor, but the melody does outline a kind of minor sound, so I've written G minor there. So I have 4 bars of that. You can play 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Notice how the chords changed twice as quick there in these 4th and the 8th bars. So you can play it straight like that. 4, 1. I like to play. What do I do? Here we go. That kind of groove, up to you really. I find that slightly easier to play because it locks in better with the groove of the melody. And talking of melody, let me show you now what's going on there then. So Mark is playing doubled up notes on the guitar, but let's focus on the melody line first, then we'll add the doubled up notes later. So here we go. That's the basic melody, and I'm sure you can hear that melody in your mind, and hopefully you can play it. Doesn't really matter if you get it right or wrong, really. I'll give you a quick trick here. The notes he's playing there in the melody is basically all the notes from the G minor pentatonic. So you can actually find, you can improvise. Kind of random pattern really using the G minor pentatonic, and it still works. It sounds similar to what he's playing, and you can have a lot of fun jamming around it that way. But what we need to do is to thicken this up a little bit, and this is where it starts to sound really, really awesome. So we're not going to play the melody just by itself. We are going to add, when I'm playing the G minor here, we're going to add the G below the melody and a G above the melody, and that gives you a sound like this. We need to change down to the F on the bottom and the top there. Super fun to play. Try that out yourself and let me know if you enjoy it as much as I do. Now there's a couple of variations we can do here. Here's a variety that I like the sound of as well. Now instead of playing the G on the top, I'm going to play an F, which gives you this funky G7 sound. So let's do that from the top. See how that's adding a lot of interest to the sound. Another thing you can try is to shift that bass line down an octave. Keep the right hand where it is. I just had to transpose the keyboard here, but there's our riff, and we can play some chords down in the bass. You probably don't want to play the power chord because it's too muddy, but just play octaves there. And I've got a really nice sub-bassy sound on the Noir piano here. If you're just using a software piano, or synth, maybe try boosting up the bass on the EQ just a bit to give you a really fat sound here, just like that. And now it's going to sound like this. Okay, there you go. And the chords for the verse then, I think we've covered the main riff now. Let's move on. If you just want to do the verse, just play power chords, something like that. That's the way you do it. You play the guitar on your MTV. I ain't working, that's the way you do it. Got your money for nothing and your chicks for free. So exactly the same, sorry about the singing, I couldn't resist. Exactly the same chords as we had for the main riff there. The bridge / chorus uses these chords. We can actually fill them out a little bit now and play some of the major thirds and the minor thirds. You get this kind of thing. Gotta restore microwave ovens, custom kitchen deliveries. Back to the main riff. We gotta move these refrigerators. We gotta move these color TVs. And then up to the D. You can try actually, I just realised as I was playing that, I've been bashing this out in a kind of rocky style, which is fine, that's a lot of fun as well, but try playing it in a sort of mellow way and you might get some enjoyable results from that as well. It's going to sound something like this. Just try and use a bit of dynamics and expression. So if you do try this out and you enjoy it, or even if you don't enjoy it, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. I'm really stoked when I hear back from people that have actually benefited and learned a bit from my lessons. That's all for today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you to my channel sponsors. I'll see you again soon. Cheerio.